Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and we are back for another Falcon and Winter Soldier reaction video. And as usual, I'm joined by my co-host Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
And here we are, episode 5. We only have 2 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier left, but this is the longest episode to date. But last week, we got some more time with the Flag Smashers, watched as they continued to really skirt the line of morality versus not so moral decisions to get there. So they've at least introduced some complex ideologies for them. We'll see how they're executed in these last 2, but somebody who definitely got some action last week was Mr. John Walker, who displayed signs of being unstable since we first met him and continued so last week, busting up Sam's effective communication strategies, taking on the Dora Milaje and getting his ass handed to him as such.
As
and fighting the Flag Smashers near the end of the episode after he had found a super soldier serum. Could have potentially killed Zemo, I just want to add. He hit him straight in the head with the shield. It could have killed him. But
he wouldn't have cared.
He wouldn't have cared at all. But Zemo, on his own little mission, smashed all the other serums. So the serums are gone now that John Walker has taken that final one. And while Walker was getting whooped by the Dora, he bounced out the back door. That was the last we saw of Zemo last episode. But it all led up to that crazy final sequence. We had to fight the Flag Smashers. John Walker's right-hand man, Lamar, was killed by Carly in the heat of the moment, which led John Walker to hunt down and kill her little best friend pretty much in cold blood in front of everyone filming. And we got that haunting shot of him holding the shield with the blood splatter coming up the Captain America shield. It was nuts. So I had to rock this shirt this week just because they slayed me last week, the Dora Milaje. And I hope we're not done with them yet. So we'll see. Wakanda forever. And I'm excited. I was definitely left waiting to see what was next after that cliffhanger of an insane finale. So let's go ahead and get into episode 5.
Uncle Sam! Sam, the boat's gotta go.
I'm
doing everything.
Does it seem we're getting more of his sister and nephews this episode?
That shield is a monument to a bygone.
Makes me a little bit nervous that we're seeing them in this preview, though. I'm like, oh, don't you let anything happen to them this episode.
I didn't even think of that.
I suppose any of you bothered visiting the memorial.
So you're telling me that there was a black super soldier decades ago and nobody knew about it?
Are we gonna get more of Isaiah?
You wouldn't be worried about how it might change.
Any theories on the big Marvel cameo?
More themselves, right?
I mean, the only one that I can think of is maybe Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
And they said new character.
I don't know. Seeing our actual Captain America throwing that shield in this intro just hits a little bit different.
Right.
Oh, he just hightailed it out.
He knew he's in trouble. Blood still on the shield. You know, obviously we hate John Walker, but Wyatt Russell is really doing, incredible in this show. I love the cinematography in the show.
Cinematic, you don't look so good.
Oh no.
Stop, Walker.
You gotta give me the shield, man.
Uh-oh.
He's not gonna give it up without a fight.
You don't want to do this.
Yeah, we do.
I love how blunt Bucky is.
Why are you making me do this?
Why are you making me do this?
Bucky, go save your boyfriend.
I am Captain America.
He always going for the kill. Like every time.
Yeah. I can't believe John Walker is beating their asses right now.
No, both of them.
What did they just do?
It's mine.
They just break his arm? Oh
It's
no.
over,
No,
John.
he just
It's
nabbed it,
mine.
taking off his head. Ooh. Oh. Oh.
Bucky obviously still resents Sam for giving it up in the first place.
Wow. That was
my
quite
God.
the opening.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your sleeve back.
Torres!
You off to take care of Zemo?
How'd these break? Anyway,
Got ripped out
all we
his
can do now
body.
is sit tight and just chill. Well, I'm a bizarrely wise man, Sam.
Yeah, all right.
Listen.
Oh man.
Torres
yo,
just be
you forgot the
looking
wings.
like the way he looks.
Yes.
Okay, so Sam gonna need a costume change. He
Oh my God,
has the shield.
I think he becomes Falcon in the comic books and he just told him to keep the wings.
Yay!
Oh, that's so cool.
Senator, I am Captain America. Not anymore.
How are you doing here, ma'am?
De Fontaine. Actually, it's Contessa Valentina Allegra de
Did we know of her casting?
You know, it's hard.
No,
I
is
don't
this
like
the
to repeat
cameo?
myself, so you can just call me Val.
I mean, I love her, so I'm super happy to see her, but I'm like a little bit shook.
I would have killed the
Right?
bastard too.
Oh,
Nobody in there
okay.
is mad at you about that. I mean, if you'd taken
I
out
think
the
this is
whole
for sure the
lot.
cameo.
Who are you, anyway? You did the right thing. I'll be in touch.
All right.
I know she's clearly also unhinged and a mess, but I love her already.
Oh man, this is gonna make Twitter mad.
That was the type of villain energy I need in my life. So she's going forward in the MCU then?
Guess so.
How did we not even know she was cast in Marvel?
Well, I think it's because it was supposed to be a secret.
I know, but how did that not get out that Julia Louis-Dreyfus signed to or met with Marvel or anything?
Right?
With all the leaks, that's quite an
Was she the-
impressive like.
She also
Hush.
accused them of
Yeah.
harboring an
I knew they brought that up in the preview for him to go there. Oh, hey,
Oh.
Buck.
Don't worry. I've decided I'm not going to kill you.
Imagine
Character
my
growth.
relief.
Imagine my There's no way he's gonna actually do it, right?
Oh. Oh.
Ladies,
I may have another favor to ask of you.
Oh. Gonna give him the shield? Or just show it to him?
Man, Sam really does not want that shield.
Leave it covered. Those stars and stripes don't mean nothing good to me. Only to come home to find crosses burned on their lawn. I'm from the South. I get that. Never let a single one of her letters get to me. They told her I was dead. And after a while, she was gone. And what did I get for saving their lives? They erased me, my history. But they've been doing that for 500 years. They will never let a black man be Captain America. And even if they did, no self-respecting black man would ever want to be.
There's so much to dissect there. Jesus Christ.
The government stepped in and took control and kind of benched us.
Well, how do we get it off the truck?
Spucky.
I don't always think of it immediately. I'm right-handed. So it's a bow, huh?
This is it.
I'm Bucky.
Sarah.
Sorry.
Okay, if Bucky were to get a love interest, I would be okay with Sarah.
It's the only acceptable choice
Yes.
outside of her brother.
He's the one that killed our boy?
Yes. And I would never let the person who did that get away.
He's resting easier, knowing that the man who's responsible got his justice. He was so proud of you.
I can give you double this time. I promise you won't regret saying yes.
Yeah, she's the power. Yeah, it's her.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow.
Off. Thank you. Appreciate you.
She's a very mean person.
I owe you an apology. I'm sorry.
I'm sure there's at least one person in that book who needs closure about something, and you're the only person who can give it to him.
Probably a dozen.
That's cool.
One guy.
Yeah, we're definitely getting that moment.
Oh, it's gonna be awful.
Not
I
necessarily-
love them.
Nope. Not that good.
Bucky has so much still to
Yeah.
work as a character. He still has so long to go as a person.
This episode's so good.
It's like striking the balance of everything we've been wanting it to.
Yes.
Entire season. Oh. Training montage.
Anthony Mackie.
Oh, boy, I love cinematography. They ain't playing.
They know exactly what they're
They
doing.
ain't right for that. You ain't slick.
He looks so good. So true, Captain America.
You know, it's a good training montage when you're like hyped after.
Sam screwed him out of a small fortune not long ago. He's been dying to get payback ever since.
I'm only here to kill the Falcon.
You'll get your chance.
That was who Sharon was talking to.
Yeah. What would...
Which, if she is the power broker, she wants her, so...
Yeah. But it's like, what motivation would Sharon have to basically get a hitman for Sam?
Where the G.N. refugees back home to their countries of origin.
What?
It's coming during these difficult times.
Okay, maybe we need to stop this vote. Sounds like some foolery going on with this GRC.
I'm like really trying to think because I'm like,
Look, the right people will
she
go along with
kind of
this. They
blames him
always
for
do.
the reason why her having to like
The
go into
opposite of what
hiding.
we showed
But also at the same time, it's like he didn't make her do that.
Do we really need to
She's the
bother
one
with
that
vote?
gave them their stuff back
There
voluntarily.
are troops in
Yeah.
place.
I don't know if maybe he's
I can make a
just
call and have the
in the
refugees
way.
moved now.
So her mission is Carly, and
we
if
still
Carly's
do not
mission
have
is
sufficient
Sam,
resources in the
then
resettlement camp.
that's just collateral
What's
damage,
sufficient?
maybe.
They can't
The
stay where
means
they
to
are
an
forever.
end. See, that's the thing with Carly on this F-ish. It's like, yeah, this bill is some bull, but homegirl, hold up. Ooh.
What is it? What super cool thing is in there? Are we not going to find out until next
Oh
episode?
my, come on. No, he's got to show up to New York with it, right? We at least have to show up at New York. No.
I knew it.
Oh, I hate it. Really?
I knew it.
Ooh, I'm mad at that ending.
That's how we felt at the end of every single WandaVision episode.
Because that's the type of cliffhanger that just makes you mad. Like last week wasn't really a cliffhanger. It just left you on a note where you were like, let me see the rest.
Yeah.
This, no.
I wonder what it is. I wonder if it's like the Captain America, like Falcon.
The
suit.
Falcon outfit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
There's like no doubt in my mind that Sharon is the power broker now, by the way.
No. She's, I mean, pretty much confirmed this episode. Like,
yeah.
There was no other reason she would be talking to that man that then showed up to deal with Carly. There's no other reason.
We would have had like another introduction by now if we were going somewhere else with the power broker.
Yeah,
so
she is 100% power broker.
maybe for Thunderbolts.
Okay, well.
Oh no.
Here comes U.S. Agent.
What is he making?
Is he making his own shield? Yeah, he is.
Christ.
Homie, it ain't vibranium though, so
What are you gonna do?
this is regular old metal, bruh. Sorry to tell you.
Sam throws his shield at you. You're over.
Yeah, that shield ain't gonna do what the other one did that you were used to, so
I suppose they both have an advantage on each other though, because
super.
John has the super soldier serum and then Sam has the vibranium shield.
I'm kind of shocked that he took them both down, like fighting them together, basically.
I know, right?
And he was able to like stalemate them in the end. I mean, he lost, but
I think it's probably because Sam doesn't have the super soldier serum and he didn't have the shield, and Bucky had to like continue to like help Sam. And like make sure that Sam was okay. So Bucky probably wasn't fighting to his full extent.
Because he went for the kill like every single chance he got. He was like rearing up to like chop their head off.
Yeah,
with
literally.
the damn shield. I really liked his parallel though. And again, them really paralleling it to the real world in a really solid way and in an effective way, I think.
Yeah.
And then getting Isaiah Bradley back, I think was great.
That whole conversation between them, it's like there's so much to unpack, and it was done so well. And I think that was my favorite part of the episode.
Finally, I have a new favorite episode. I think this is probably my
Yeah, me
favorite
too.
episode of the season.
Yeah.
Because like we said, it really brought in everything you and I
Literally
particularly have wanted.
everything we've been like complaining about was just perfect in this episode. They did everything.
Yeah.
Like we kept saying that we wanted more of Sam and his family. We got more of Sam and his family. We got more of that balance of kind of like a lot of the character moments, and then we did get some cool action, and we got to and we got a little bit of the flag smashers. This episode is just amazing.
I think we started tying up some ends.
Yes.
Because like I was saying right before that, while we were talking over the credits, I think Zemo is done for this show. I think we wrapped up Zemo's plot for this series. I don't know if he'll make a comeback at some other point, break out of Wakanda or something, but I think he's good now. And I think Wakanda is good. That whole storyline, done. Then I think we've resolved Sam's inner conflicts and most of his family conflict too kind of got resolved this episode about the boat and working through his own personal issues, and what a great way to do it through that Isaiah Bradley conversation and him just thinking about that. So I think Sam's internal stuff about being Captain America seems to be resolved by the time we got to the end. He seems pretty ready to be like, okay, I want to do this. We pretty much confirmed Sharon is the power broker. I mean, that was we had been, talking about it, and as soon as she was talking to that guy like that on the phone, I was like, oh no, this is it. And then of course when he showed up at the Flag Smashers, it's like, oh, for sure. For 100 now it's done. Bar talk. And they were like, Sam screwed him out of a fortune.
Something like that.
I'm like, who is this man? I don't know
Right?
you. Like, what you talking about, sir? What subplot in the Avengers films were you supposedly there for?
Right?
Did you blame Sam particularly? Okay.
I do love that like Bucky realized and apologized for kind of having this grudge against Sam for giving up the shield. And I like that we got that conclusion, because throughout the whole series we've kind of had Bucky just being like obviously cold towards Sam in a way where, he explained this episode, that shield means so much to him, and for Sam to give it up, it hurt him. And I like that they confronted that and had that conversation. I mean, that conversation between them two is really beautiful. And I think this is the most like interaction like of them like actually having conversations that we've had throughout the series, and I loved it. Like I love the kind of downtime that we have with them, because they obviously have great chemistry, like comedically, but when they're just sitting down and talking, it's just still as like electric and like great. So yeah, I loved all those moments in this episode.
Even them just working on the boat together was
Yeah,
just so
that was so
fun and
nice.
so
Yeah.
nice. Everything about it, I was like, yes, I love this. We're not going to get the end of Bucky's story because it can't. I mean, they can
I
give
wonder
us
what they're gonna do with
a
him.
semi-resolution for him for the moment, but he got a long way to go. I'm sorry, he got a long way to go still. Next week, I presume, though, we're going to get that moment with his little friend back in New York, and that is going to be tough to sit through. I think next week is going to be, oh gosh. I didn't want it to happen early on. I understand, but I'm still like, oh, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Oh man, that's gonna suck.
So for the finale, we have one episode left. I'm presuming it'll be 60 minutes at least, like this one was. I can't imagine they'll make it randomly shorter. Yeah. So we see the Flag Smashers going in for the kill, going in to probably explode the GRC, at least take them over, clearly. And that's my problem, I think, with the villains at large. I get so conflicted in myself, but not necessarily in like a good, this villain has me conflicted way when it comes to Carly. Because again, that bill that they're introducing was ludicrous. And something I could see, some global organization passing, could see the United States passing, whatever country. But she just goes about things so crazy. Like she's at the point where I kind of agree with you. That I think she's crazy, like she's passed. I don't know what to do to bring her back. Like her friends can't bring her back. Even her friends are talking to her like, no, this isn't what we started this for. Now we're dealing with like this isn't what it was about.
Last episode she definitely like felt different, and that was like the episode that I was kind of like, oh yeah, like I do like Carly. Yeah. But after her friend died, it's definitely had an effect on her, and made her kind of go about things more extremely.
Well, now she wants to kill Sam. Like she went from like trying to work with him and understand to wanting to kill him now. Hiring someone to kill him. So I mean, I don't know. I think they'll probably do some sort of Sam trying to save her, at least trying to get through to her again. I don't know if it'll work, but they're going to try. And then we're going to have, obviously, John Walker show up
Yes.
as U.S. agent officially, and not Captain
Lord.
America officially, with his new shield. And then with his character, I really like what they did, because I know the crowd that is very all lives matter will very much sympathize with this character, much like I think a lot of that overlaps with sympathizing with murderers in uniform. So we might get some hate for this, because I'm just putting it out there. But that's why I really enjoyed it, is they sympathize him to a degree where you're like, on a human level, I understand you just lost your best friend, and that really sucks. But you still murdered somebody completely different in cold blood. Like, you still murdered somebody, sir. And then
got a slap on the hand
and
by
didn't
the
take any
government.
responsibility for what you had done. Like, you had that small panic attack of like, what the hell just happened? I lost my best. You took no responsibility. You got a slap on the wrist and saw it as a slight to you, and you saw this is what your duty was supposed to be. And, you know, of course, we're taking it to an extreme of like him now being vigilante after he talked to their parents. But that's what I think is working so well. And I'm thinking that's what obviously the show has intended. Once again, I don't think the show intends for you to fully sympathize with his character. You do to a degree, but I don't know. There's just been a lot of John Walker sympathizing even before this. After he literally just killed somebody in cold blood, there was a lot of John Walker sympathizing last week. Suddenly, the Dora Milaje were like the biggest, most heartless people after last episode
That
with
was
this discourse,
so weird.
which was insanity.
I
Just
was like,
completely insane.
We love Bucky, but like there should be like even more kind of like precautions with him.
They're
It's
not
like
stupid. Like, they would be stupid to not put in a failsafe. How
I mean,
dumb.
Bucky even said it this episode, there's still like a part of the Winter Soldier in him. It's
And
like
clearly he doesn't hold any grudge. So I hope that puts y'all at ease. Clearly Bucky was fine. They obviously also are, Ayo at least is still fine with Bucky. Yeah, she told him, might want to stay out of Wakanda for a while, but she still helped him and gave him whatever he wanted and asked her for. And he turned homeboy over to them. So hopefully that nonsense is behind us, because that was crazy talk.
So weird.
I don't know. The dialogue after last episode, but the discourse, as we always talk about, was insanity to me. It'll be interesting, because I do think a lot of people are going to be even more on the sympathize with John Walker train after this episode. Because he didn't actually kill anyone yet, again, and they did a lot to set up that sympathy for him. So it'll be interesting. I still very much think he's a crazy person who's in a position that he shouldn't be in, who has powers that he shouldn't have. Yeah, they took officially away from him, but some people just don't need to have it.
He's walking out free from this. It's like, there's consequences to a certain point of like him getting stripped of the Captain America like name, but also you got to realize it's still like a slap on the wrist of like, hey, you don't get this name anymore, but you still get to walk out of here and be a free man and do whatever you want to do, which is leading to what the hell he's about to do. It's like
with the help of Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Right. This should never be an option for him.
Yeah, and especially when he did it in a foreign country. He did it in on a foreign land. I mean, that should look real crazy to the rest of the world that the U.S. was just like. But then again, I mean, recently the U.S. just was like, cool, Saudi Arabia, we know that you just murdered our reporter in cold blood, but we're going to just chill. It'll be interesting. I'm hoping for, obviously, a big action set piece. I feel like we're going to get a big one next week.
Yes. We didn't get like the huge ones like we've been getting in this episode, which is fine. I was completely fine with
No,
it.
I was good with it. I like the one we got, and then the training montage made up for an action.
Yes.
But obviously, it's gonna be like John Walker versus Carly versus Sam and Bucky, and then Sharon just be like, "Yo." I don't know if she'll actually show up. Actually, I don't think she's gonna face any sort of consequence. I think her character is probably gonna continue on because I can't imagine they're gonna catch her next week. I mean, they could.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get any more with Julia Louis-Dreyfus next week, or if she just
I
came
hope
to
so.
set something up and pieced out. She's just like, "Hey, boy, here's what we're doing. Bye."
Just push him over the edge and then leave. Yeah.
Let me just give you that kick to where you need to get to, and I'm gonna head out and watch you lose your mind in New York next week, bruh.
Oh man.
But yes, I'm so glad nothing happened to those kids. But now I'm also like, what the hell? I'm not completely feeling safe because I'm like, now that Carly like wants to kill Sam, she already done threatened his family. Like, ma'am, stop.
Step away.
But yeah, I love this episode. I thought this is really good. This is the first one that I have almost like no negatives for it. I think it's really strong. So yeah, are you hyped for the finale?
So excited. After this episode, I'm so excited.
Woo! Awesome. Well, that was our reaction and discussion for Falcon and Winter Soldier, episode 5. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos, including each and every one of our Falcon and Winter Soldier reactions. Also, make sure to follow Hannah across the internet. Hannah, do you want to let them know where to find you?
At Rejected Hannah on Twitter.
Perfect. And let us know, what did you think of the episode? Are you disappointed that Julia Louis-Dreyfus was our cameo? Were you expecting someone else like Florence Pugh? And how'd you feel about everything we got here? Was this your fave? Let us know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit either one of us up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.